Hello everybody, it's Niklas and welcome to this new video on InstaMAT. And in this video we are going to see how to create a ground material. So we'll create step by step a ground material and we are going to see different features. Subscribe to this YouTube channel if you like the content. First link on the description, the complete course. InstaMAT is available, so if you want to learn this software starting from scratch to create realistic materials, PBR materials, any type of realistic texture, this software is perfect and this course will be great. It is on the first link on the description. It is a great course to perfectly master InstaMAT. Second link on the description, to learn InstaMAT Studio. Second link on the description, it is the complete course. It is the website in link with this YouTube channel, so you can learn software, discover software in these YouTube channels. And second link on the description, it is a summary of all the graphic courses available. So let's start with InstaMAT Studio, and something that I'm going to do is to go on File here to create a new project and to enter in the modes that we are going to use, and we are going to use element graph mode. If you work, you have two main modes. The first main mode is a material layering to create realistic PBR material with layers, and the second big mode, it is element graph, and with this mode you can create a realistic PBR materials using another type, a procedural geometry system. And I can click here, create project with a template. In this type of case, we will be able to add nodes using to create nodes to create a realistic PBR materials. So the first thing that I'm going to do is to go in this area and I can display my cube here and I can turn a little bit on this direction. We can also adjust this window as well. So how to start? Well, the first things to do is to have a base. So to have a base, you need to go right click here and we will search our first node. And our first node will be a material make. It is definitely the best to start. You have different ways to start, but I find this one is the most convenient. Utilities, material make. So now if I zoom a little bit, you can find on the material make you have input and output, and you have all the different information to compose a PBR material. We have the base color, emissive, normal, roughness, metalness, ambient occlusion, and height as well. So now I will start to create something. So what I will do, I will first change, maybe I will go right click on the material make and I can preview as 3D materials here. And I will go right click view image to see the base color, just like that. And I will go right click here and I will search tapping noise. So I can tap noise. You have different type of noise that you can use, and what type of noise that I will use, I will continue. And the first noise that I will use, it is cloud noise. So I will define a cloud noise here, and this cloud noise I want to define a color as well. So how to process, I will go right click and I will tap directly blend. So here we can tap blend. And I need to have also two solid color to be able to add on my cloud noise color. So I will go right click and I will tap solid, utilities, solid colors, just like this. And right click, solid colors again. So let's place this one here on this direction and the blend node here. I will link the clouds to the opacity mask, this solid color to the foreground, this one to the backgrounds, and then I will link this blend node to the base color of my material make. So now I can define for my cloud my first color. The first color will be located here, and I can define a first type of color, like maybe this one, and here I can define a second type of color, and I can define maybe something like and adjust the value and maybe something like this. And here we have the base color. Now I want to mix with another one. Maybe on this area I can change the preview options. On the preview options I will select load mesh and I will click on the quad eye FBX, this one. And I will be able to turn a little bit on this direction. So now what I will do, I will mix with another type of noise. So I will go right click and I will tap noise again. and I have one more time different type of noise that I can use, and I will link with another type of noise. So what will be the other type of noise that I will use? I will go in this direction, and I will mix with, for example, we have many type of options. We have also some directional noise. We can have all this type of noise, anisotropic noise. I will mix, I think, with I think I will mix with a caustic noise. So I will use a caustic noise. I will go here and I will repeat this process. So I need to go right click and to tap a blend nodes first. I will tap a first blend nodes just like this, and I will go right click and I will tap another ones. So the other one will be directly solid. So I will tap another solid color to repeat the same things, and right click and I will tap solid again. So now let's dragging and moving little this one. At this step, if I want to see the caustic noise preview, I can link this one to the foreground, this one to the backgrounds, and the caustic noise to the opacity mask. And on the blend here, I can go right click and view image output, and I can go right click preview as 3D materials. Here we have the black color, so I can click on the solid color at this step, and I can define one more time two type of colors, like maybe this one, and here I can define another type of colors, like maybe something more gray, like maybe this type of color. So we can obtain this render. Now we can edit the different options. If, for example, I come back to this one, right click preview as 3D materials, and right click view image output, I can adjust my clouds, and I can adjust with a property where, for example, some frequency grain. We have also a gamma value. We can adjust also the X and the Y axis here. Let's just put a value of 6. And I have also the possibility to, let's just adjust, yeah, 6 is pretty good. And if I go here and I go right click, view image input, and right click preview as 3D materials, I can select my caustic noise, and I can adjust the parameter also, like the frequency, offset, the level of details, the wrap value again, or the length value as well. Now I will mix these two elements, two groups of elements together. So I will go right click and I will tap blend again, and I will select another blend node that I will put here. And I will click on this blend on the foreground and this blend on the backgrounds, and link the output to the base color, just like that. And on the blend nodes, I need to change the mode, and I need to add for multiply, just like that. So at this level, I can click on the material map, right click preview as 3D materials, and view image base color. So now I will enter a level of details. I will go right click and I will tap A2 normals, A2 normals, and I will activate the vector A2 normals. At this moment, I will put the A2 normals here, the material make, and I want to put the material A2 normals after the blend. So I will link the blend to the A2 normals here and the A2 normals to the normals. And thanks to that, I can give a level of information, just like this, the normal information. And we can obtain this render. I can also dragging and moving the material map little bit and put the A2 normals here. We have also the possibility to add another level of details with the 8. And it is another information. I can link the blend to the 8, just like that. And why I don't see any transformation? For a simple reason that I need to use toggle vertex displacement mapping. I can also activate ambient occlusion. But why it's not powerful? Because you need to go on these options here, viewport settings. And the viewport setting, when you continue a little bit, you can find here the displacement vector. And if you replace this displacement like something, maybe you can tap at least 8, or let's just tap 9. I will tap 9 on the displacement vector. Tessellation level, we can keep 8. And now if I just come back to my viewport, you can see now we can dragging and moving like this, and we can obtain this render, just like that. So we can have the 8 here, and this one is the A2 normals, and this one is the 8. So it depends about what we choose. If on the blend option we select something like add, we obtain this render, overlay this render. So it depends about the modes that we can choose. Here we use multiply. But even if I use multiply, I can, for example, come back to the caustic noise. And in the caustic noise, I can reduce my level of details. I can reduce the frequency offset. Here, this is the frequency offset as well. Maybe we can put 4. And we have the scale value as well. So maybe I can put something like 6. And this one maybe 4. We have the wrap value, so we can adjust a little bit the wrap value. And we can adjust the length also. I think we can increase the tessellation levels. So I will go on this area. Here we can extend, and I will click on the viewport settings. And on the viewport setting, I will increase my tessellation. And on this area in the tessellation levels, I will type something like 16. So we'll type 16 here. But as you can see, it's not possible to increase. We can increase also the displacement factor and tessellation levels. You can also maybe increase a little bit more this one. And I just put this one here. And if I just come back on this direction, yes, we can obtain this render. So now what I will do, I will change the preview. And to change the preview, I will go on this 3-dotted point and I will use load mesh. In the load mesh, if I want to adjust a little bit the rootness and the metalness, I can go right click and I can take 2 nodes. First solid color here, and right click a second solid color just like this, and I can place 2 solid color nodes, and one will be go on the rootness value and the other one on the metalness value. If I click on this one and I adjust the luminance, if I put the black color, I will have the minimum of the minimum of rootness, and the white color the maximum of rootness, just like this. So I can adjust this one. And if I click on this one, it is linked to the metalness. If I put the white colors, as you can see, I will have the maximum of metalness. And if I put the black color like this, I will have the minimum of metalness, just like that. So now if you want to export your work, you go on File, you select Export and Image and Data Output. And as you can see, we don't have any things to export here. The current project doesn't export any image. So what we can do, we have the possibility, so here we have, for example, created this material with basic nodes. I didn't enter too much in details. So what I can do, I can go on this area on the material make, and you have all the outputs. And even if for example, we have base color, normal, rootness, metalness 8, I can only export this one. But if you want to export all the one, it's possible also. You can just dragging and moving, and you can use export, expose base color, I've got output. So thanks to that, we have output. You can see the first output on the right here. I can use emissive, expose emissive as graph output. I can use normal, expose normal as graph output. I can use rootness, expose rootness as graph output. I can use metalness, expose metalness as graph output. Or I can use also ambient occlusion and expose ambient occlusion as graph output. Or again, the 8, expose 8 as graph output as well. But if you don't want an element, if for example you don't want to expose emissive as the output, you can just remove emissive. It's not a problem. You can click on this one and you can press delete. If I don't use ambient occlusion, I can click and remove the ambient occlusion and just have output 5 different information: base color, normals, rootness, base color, normal, rootness, metalness 8. But you can also expose this, and after that, if you want to adjust in the exportation panels, it's also possible. So to create a realistic PBR material, you need to have different type of information. Generally, we have at least 3 or 4 information: base color, normal, rootness, metalness. But we can have more information. Here we can obtain until 7, depending on the inputs that you use. Now, if I go on the exportation panels, I can go on File, Export Image and Data Output, and now I have all the image and data output. You can export the extension, it's PNG, but you can change the format. If you want a different format, you can, and you can click on Export to export your different files. And if, for example, I export here, I will have 7 different files But if I don't use ambient occlusion, for example, and I don't use emissive, you can just deactivate with this one. You can just deactivate just for the exportation. In this case, I can export the files that I want to create a realistic PBR material. So to create a realistic PBR material, as I explained, you need to have different levels of information. And these different information linked together can create realistic materials. Here in input, we have created base color, normal, roughness, metalness 8. So I can decide, for example, to export only base color, normal, roughness, metalness 8. But in some case, we can use also emissive, and we can use also ambient occlusion. So we are going to stop here for this video. If you like, subscribe to these YouTube channels. First link on the description, the complete course InstaMAT Studio is available. So if you want to learn this software starting from scratch with a course structure, it will be on the first link on the description. You will see the models, session of the course, what you will be able to learn to perfectly master InstaMAT Studio, a lot of hours of training content. We see also all this graphment in details and explanation of the different nodes. Secondly, on the description, the website in link with this YouTube channel. You can discover software in these YouTube channels and have basicals. And secondly, on the description, it is a summary of all the graphic courses available. And for our next video on this channel, see you. Ciao, ciao.